3 years ago, you were on our Sci-Fi Sunday podcast, which is actually kind of a precursor to The Intellectual.
Yes.
And now you're sitting down with us on the next venture of our show as we go to television. Thanks for joining us.
Of course. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
When last we talked, you had been like recently in the Hunger Games.
Mm-hmm.
And now, 3 years later, I watched you in the premiere of 6 on History Channel. Can you tell us a little bit about the show?
Oh, man.
It's awesome. I did get to see the pilot episode, and it's awesome.
Thus far in my career, it's been the most incredible project I've ever worked on. It was just the whole cast and I, the bonding, the experience from first getting cast into the boot camp side of it, into the filming of it. I mean, the whole journey, I just cannot compare to anything I've ever experienced in my life. And being a part of something so special, it's life-changing. And it's an incredible experience.
So you had to go to boot camp for the show.
Yes, we did. Yes.
What was that like?
Yeah, because it's called 6 because it's about SEAL Team 6.
It is about SEAL Team 6, which I did learn that civilians say, but they don't even say that.
Right.
They refer to themselves as DevGru, which is a short term for development group, which is a short for something else bigger. But there's all these acronyms in the military. I think they can have conversations in just acronyms. I admire them. I'm like, that is incredible. I don't know what that guy just said, but awesome.
That's how they keep things secret, man.
It's like, this. When I booked it, it was a few days later that they're like, so congratulations, you booked it, and you will be in boot camp in like 3 days. They're picking you up. And I'm like, what? And I don't know why, but I thought getting on the treadmill the next day and really working out hard and like going to a CrossFit class was going to help me for that. I was already in shape because I do keep myself in shape, but I come from a big personal training background and athletic background, but nothing could prepare me for what I had gone through.
Yeah.
And so the beautiful thing was I meet all these guys, right? And you meet your fellow actors, and there's 6 of us total for this journey we went on. And you're strangers, but we get to know each other, and we're like, cool, let's go, guys. Congrats, we all booked this. And within maybe not even 10 hours in, we're like, help me! Crying, hanging on to each other. Like now, this is like my brother that I feel like I've known all my life. Within the first couple hours, it was just, so they took. The Navy puts their guys through BUDS, BUDS. If you look it up on YouTube, it's a 6-month course. And obviously we didn't have 6 months, but we got a week of it. They sprinkled it on us, I should say. Like a short form of that to give us
like
an
the Cliff Notes
understanding
version
of
of
the
it.
Cliff. Yeah, I guess you can say that. And we went through like that much, literally, of what these real, men go through, and it was the hardest thing any of us have ever done in our life. They took us all to our breaking points and beyond, past levels that we never thought we even had. From I don't even know, like 20-mile hikes. We lost track after a while in mountains and 40-pound rucksacks and lack of food and no sleep. And by lack of food, it's not that they were starving us; it's that I just couldn't eat.
Right.
And no matter what I would try, I'm so sick of power bars and MREs. And here I am complaining I'm the actor compared to the real heroes that are out there that have to eat the MREs. God bless them. But the hikes and getting thrown in the ocean, getting thrown in the deep end of the pool just as the warm-up, and one of us in the cast couldn't swim. And they Edwin Hodge, I'm going to out you. But you can do it now, but she knows Edwin. Poor guy, like they throw him in, and he's like drowning, and they're looking at us, and we want do not even attempt to jump. And so we're standing there, and poor guy, but he's just holding right above water. And after a while, like, you're not going to get in there and save your guy, and it's like, well, you just told, like, well, obviously we don't say that, you don't talk back.
Right,
so, and then you jump in, and then you go to save them. They're like, don't touch him. And they're like, and then we're treading water, and I can swim, but I'm not a phenomenal swimmer like some of the other guys. And so they have this huge timer in our face just for 5 minutes for the beginning to warm up. And for me, that felt like the longest 5 minutes ever. And we're tired after doing all this other stuff, these calisthenics.
It's an interesting thing because it's not just the physical side of that training, but it's the mental and the psychology
all mental,
of it
to be
all.
honest. It's all mental.
Yeah, they use the physical to push you to a point where you mentally break down.
Yes.
And so that whole correct. Like, wait, no, go say, no, wait.
What did you say? I'm like,
what are you doing?
sorry, coach.
It's a complete mind mess. You know,
I think what you just said. Sorry, coach. I heard an undertone in that. What did you really mean? Huh, fish bait? You know, they call me by my character name. We had these shirts with this, fish bait. And what does that even mean? You know, where are you from? You know, I heard your dad's from Afghanistan. Are you Muslim? You know, so what does that mean? How do we know what we teach you? You're not going to use against us? And they're just trying to break you down. And I'm like, just go answer me. Love this country. I'm an actor, coach. I'm here to. I don't give a crap. I don't know. You know, they just like they drill you. You can't say anything right. Because if you are right, they're like, that wasn't right, or why did you say it that way? So, and that's how it's designed, right? So, from that to beaches to doing these things called sugar cookies, where you run in the ocean, it's freezing because this was in February, and you run out and you have to roll around. You have to be completely covered, and then you have to go rinse off again. And they get back in and carry these sandbags and sugar cookies and roll around. And I don't know how much dirt and sand I had in my mouth.
I love that they take something
And
that's so horrific.
I will never
to
eat a sugar
experience
cookie ever
And
again.
call
and
it a
name it
sugar
something
cookie.
really sweet.
Sugar cookies go, and I'm like, I like sugar cookies, not anymore. And then you go rinse off, and then you're completely clean and shivering, and they're like, oh, what's that, fish bait? You know, and there's nothing on me. I know it for a fact because you have to do a check with your partner, you know, a buddy check, and so you get a swim buddy, you know, that's your buddy through the whole course, and Kyle Schmidt was my swim buddy, and God bless Kyle because I'm 6 feet, 200 pounds, and he's shorter than me and very light, so when we had to do the fireman carries and all this stuff, although I was exhausted, it was still a challenge for me to hold him, but I got through it. That poor sap, man, to carry my big ass on him. I'm like, Kyle, I'm so sorry, man. I'll try to carry. And he's like, I got you. He rose above, man. He was so strong and carried me on and dragging me through the sand for some of the drills and fireman carries and one-arm carries and this carry and that carry, sugar cookie. I don't even know how many carries. And I was like, Kyle, you're the man, dude, because I'm carrying you and you feel like, this cup. And poor guy, I get on him and he's like, oh, Godfish. What did you eat? I'm like, bro, I ate what you ate. Power bar, MRE. I'm sorry.
That's great.
So that whole experience was life-changing.